Now, tell me, if there's one thing that you would advise a young woman who may be 22, 23, kind of in your space when you was back in the day trying to figure out your whole life, what would it be? What advice would you give her?
So when I was 21, 22, it was a different economy. I will say that again. I will say that again. It was a different
You
time.
like,
The
girl, just
air
stay
felt
home.
different. Right. The air felt
We
different. The
were
hot
breathing
wasn't as
different,
hot.
you know.
Right. Right. So I would say in 2024, as someone, if someone around the age of 22 is trying to find their way, um, I would say don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Yeah, don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and to, you know, just to do what you have to do, right? Like, I'll give you an example. So I've always wanted to do work with the BET Awards and with BET. And so several years ago, I was like, I received the invite to join the press team for the BET Awards, and they weren't really paying much. They don't really pay much. And they also do not pay for your travel or your accommodations or anything, right? And so I was like, well, this is a space that I know I want to be in. And I also know the potential network I can build from just being there.
Being there in the
Um,
room, yes.
Yes, and the things that it wasn't just about like what celebrities. I mean, it wasn't about what celebrities I can meet at all. It was about who are the people that are running the show,
Right.
who are the people that understand the ecosystem in entertainment and media, who are the people
Mm,
that are constantly being invited back into the room.
right.
Those are the people that I want to meet. And so I took it upon myself to be like, all right, let me just get this flight. Let me stay on the couch or two. Get me a hotel for 1, 2 days. And let me see,
Right.
because LA is expensive.
LA is very expensive.
And so I flew my behind to work that BET Awards. And so I did work it for 2 years straight. And then I was like, all right, that's what I got. That's what I got. But I did build some great relationships with the people that I met in that process. So
Right.
I'll say to someone, don't be afraid to put yourself out there and to take advantage of certain opportunities. Because the thing is that some of the relationships that you're building, or I mean, a lot of the relationships that you're building is for the long haul. You're not going to see automatic conversion right away when you meet certain people. Like, as you continue to ascend in your career and as you continue to connect with other people who are also ascending in their career or already where they want to be, you're going to see the fruit down the line. And so you have to be willing to play the long game. That's number one. But number two, understand how to build and maintain relationships and how to add value to those relationships. It's not just about, hey, what can you do for me? What kind of opportunity can you provide me? What is it that you are bringing to your market, bringing to your community, bringing to your industry, and lean into that and put yourself out there in those different spaces. And I would say those so far have paid off for me to this day, yes, and I know will continue to pay off many years from now.
Absolutely. No, I think that's great advice. And it's difficult sometimes for young people to feel like, what value can I bring? But trust me, there is something that you know, that you've seen, that you've read, that you feel like might help someone that's in a different place. Sometimes they're too busy to keep up with something. Maybe you can kind of be like, hey, hope you're great, just checking in, thought you'd be interested in this article. You just never know. And keeping top of mind for people is half the battle. So out of sight, out of mind. If you're not that girl, stay top of mind, and they might just think of you when something pops up because you just happen to say, hey, just checking in. You know what I mean? And so I appreciate your words of wisdom, my darling, and wish you all the success in the world, my love. You
Thank
deserve it.
you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.